be a blast, not gonna lie.
Have you not met Stardust before?
No, we were literally, Brittany was there, and then all of a sudden I was banned in multiple chats.
Oh my god.
Well, a lot of people use like bots to like ban people from specific communities, so it might have just been you got caught up in that. So
Maybe.
I need to set up a timer.
Timer.
Yeah, this is an educational piece of content for everyone. We're going to be doing. You look nice, Rezzy. You look nice. I like to see, buddy.
Holy shit, Rezzy's got a fucking suit and tie.
Yeah.
You're looking very Cody Johnston with that disheveled fucking tie. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I think it's a strong look from Rezzy. That's where we're at. Okay, I've got a stopwatch up. I've got a.
Nobody can fucking hear you in your chat, Rezzy. Nobody can hear you in your chat.
Yo, what?
Base.
Who are you? You look ridiculous. SCARFFO,
This is SCARFFO.
What the fuck?
I don't like you covering my advertisement, Rezzy. I'm a little pissed about that.
I'm sorry.
Wild,
I'm sorry that the question logo covers your advertisements.
You know what? I am adaptable. I will switch it. You're
All right,
good.
thank you.
Still
Anyways,
more professional than CNN.
perfect.
Well, this guy is definitely very American. It's a shame we're all running for president of the UK.
Yeah. Better system. Right, Rezzy.
Okay, welcome to the first residential debate. I'm your moderator, Rezzivare, and beside me is your other moderator, Beckett.
Today we're going to be asking the hard questions, and they will be very hard, so fucking hard. And if you have to answer them for us. You have to answer all the questions.
All right, well, though you missed the laugh, but it's okay. We hope to find in the next 2 hours who is most viable to lead Twitch poll into a new era of blood.
Okay.
We have 5 questions today that we will seek to answer. The candidates will have 1 minute to give opening statements to the audience before we ask questions.
Once we begin questions,
Statements about what?
this is the intro, Viv. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, sorry.
Once we begin questions, each candidate will be given 1 minute to give a statement on the question, and after each candidate has responded, we will allow a 10-minute open period, after which each candidate will have 30 seconds to make a closing statement before moving to the next question.
At the end of the debate, we will be asking the audience who has won the debate. The victor will be crowned the residential presidential candidate of Twitch poll, which will have coupons for half off at 7-Eleven on July the 11th. Praise be unto him.
With all that said, we will now begin by introducing our candidates. The first candidate is Food Shops. 1 minute. What do we need to know about you?
I make OnlyFans content. That's about it. Thank you.
All right.
12 seconds. Congratulations.
Yeah, that was quick.
Thank you. You're welcome.
We have another 42 seconds before we can do the next intro.
I think my I think my track record and criminal record shows for itself.
Okay.
I think I broke out of prison today just to attend.
Okay. 29 seconds remaining.
I believe you did this to us.
All right, and that's Food Shops. Food Shops, everyone. First residential candidate. Let's go.
Thank you for being here.
Let's go.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
So next up, the next residential candidate, SCARFFO. 1 minute.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me. My name's SCARFFO Scarfington. Ever since I was a small boy, I've dreamed of being on the stage with people that are walking out on my first 1 minute of introductions. And I really appreciate being able to share the stage with such kind and considerate people that would sit down and actually listen to their candidates to figure out where they come from, what's their background, what do they think, what are they proposing, rather than just screaming and crying in a banana suit. I think me, specifically, I will be bringing to the table a lot of issues that I can solve, such as trans genocide, immigration, refugees. And I think that I am actually very qualified to speak on some of these types of things. So I think I can put forward some solutions to a lot of the things today. So I'm excited to get into a conversation with the people that are here and then the people that will also return in a bit. And then that way we can have a fruitful discussion. Because ultimately, I think...
Okay, that's 1 minute. That's 1 minute. That is 1 minute. Thank you, Scarfo. Beckett. Yeah. Definitely was not as concise as Food Shop's DKP removed. Beckett, who's our next contestants?
Our next contestant is Viv. If you'd like to introduce yourself and your platform.
Hey, I'm Mixed VIVIANWULF on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, although I'm basically only on Twitter most of the time now, except when I pop up on random fucking panels like this. I say fuck a lot. Fuck, fuckity, fuck, fucking fuck. And that seems to piss off a lot of the Yankoids. So I'll do it again. Fuck, fuckity, fuck. I cede my time.
34
Can
seconds.
I not cede my time?
No, you
No,
can't.
you can't. That's not how this
No.
works.
Yeah,
This
no.
is America, Viv. You cannot
Excuse
just
me,
give
you're talking
things
during
away.
my intro.
You are
Excuse me, you're
being...
talking during my intro.
You are... Okay.
Why are you talking during my intro?
Sorry.
I've paused the intro. I've given you time back.
Yes,
I've given you time.
additional 12 seconds. Excellent.
Okay. I can already see the moderation in this debate is going to be completely lopsided. I hope the audience knows to root for the underdog. Yeah.
It's a cat.
Fair enough. You have another 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Another 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuckity, fuck, cunt. Brilliant.
9 more.
9 more.
Yeah.
God, it goes on, doesn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
That's a minute. Congratulations. Thank you. Very concise.
Yes. Yeah.
One of our candidates has wandered from the stage.
Yeah.
We get the 1 minute, right? So you can begin the 1 minute.
Yeah, let's our Becky, you want to introduce our next candidate?
I'll give myself. Shall I give myself a minute?
Yeah, Beckett. Why don't you introduce yourself for a minute, Beckett? Go ahead, please. By all means, Beckett, one of our moderators, says, go ahead, dude, please.
I've been recently employed by America to come and help host this debate because Americans clearly don't know how to have debates properly. We're going to be having a lovely, structured evening tonight that's going to be hugely respectful with serious, non-meme questions. I'd like to thank all of our candidates for being here today. It's truly touching to see how everyone has turned out and in absolutely no way phoned it in. I'd like to congratulate Rezzy on stealing a suit from a homeless person.
Killed him, Beckett. I killed him.
Inside. Fantastic. Food shops. I don't know what the fuck you're wearing, but it looks lovely. And Viv is a cat and not wearing any sort of clothing at all. Nudity is apparently fine for this panel, but that's okay. Thank you.
It's not.
Fuck it. 50 seconds.
You got 10 on my count.
Okay. Well, also, like and subscribe. Right. Okay. Cool. Next candidate is Stardust. Stardust. Good evening. You have a minute on the clock to introduce yourself.
All right.
Hi, I'm Stardust. I stream every day. You can find all my links at links.fromstardust.net. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be saying in this minute, but hello. Please give me money, or Far4 is gonna get it. I will fucking kill Far4 if you don't give me money. Secondly, You guys signed up for a minute of this, so I'm just gonna be awkward for a minute.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, yeah. So you have to deal. Shut up. It's my time. Nobody else can speak right now.
All right. Excellent, Stardust. Thank you.
That's a minute. Thank you very much.
All right. Perfect.
A minute?
Yeah, that was actually a minute.
It wasn't a minute.
Yeah, that was a minute. You spent the first 13 seconds putting on your glasses. It was good and dramatic. It was appreciated. But without further ado, we'll introduce our first question. Beckett, do you want to introduce the first question?
I would prefer if you introduced.
That's totally fine. That's absolutely fine, Beckett.
First question. I heard the first question when I was watching your stream.
I would like to demand a second minute.
You'll have a second minute after the first question.
Can I have a second minute for my intro?
I refuse.
You can add your intro in with the answer to the question, maybe. I think that's too much. Then we'd have to give more time to everybody else.
Of awkward staring. That's all I want.
We could just all do that.
As a fair moderation, I think you should allow me to refuse that.
I think that we can do that. I think that we can all engage in a quick, uncomfortable stare for 15 seconds.
Okay,
15 seconds is not long enough. What are you talking about? It needs to at least be 30 seconds.
I think when you're just staring at the camera, 15 seconds.
22.
No, that's 22 seconds.
All right.
Right.
Excellent. So our first question of the night. Our first question starts off talking about our trans population. According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, in coordination with polling from the Washington Post, 1 out of 4 trans individuals has been the target of assault in their lifetimes. Many have pondered how to solve this issue, but struggle often to find the terms. To our candidates, we ask, do you support a trans genocide?
Or do you support giving it a different name?
And we begin with 1 minute going to Scarfo.
Me first. I don't need a minute. Honestly, what I can say is these people are insufferable. And the reason why is because it's a one-track mind. And it's always been a one-track mind. Sometimes there's 2 tracks. But for the most part, it's a one-track mind. They think that this is the only way to improve equity. And it's not. People look at studies and they only look at this one study and then they say, ooh, it's got to work. It's got to happen. But it's never really actually worked because the problem keeps just getting worse and worse and worse. So I think as we start to develop what we're going to be talking about here today is I want people to tell me why the other solutions won't work and we have to go to this one track because it's not working. It's really not working. So I'm looking forward to all of these people providing some type of information to me so that we can really understand what is the best way going forward to really provide equity to everybody. And choices are important.
That's a minute. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Next up, Stardust.
That was a lot.
I would like to say that I think it's kind of bigoted that you think that there's only one track mind. There are multiple tracks, okay? You have to acknowledge them. Some people are going to say neo tracks are not a real thing. I think that they're real. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You stupid fucking pinhead. I think that the very fact that I don't know what his name is, but this guy over here with the glasses, I think that the very fact that you refuse to acknowledge other tracks of mind is kind of fucked up, dude. As far as the genocide, I don't know what to say. Until we figure this out, how many tracks there are, we're not even going to be able to deal with that question. Also, he's a pinhead.
Excellent minute, Stardust. Excellent minute.
I need a rebuttal.
You'll have a rebuttal afterwards. Scarfo, in the open talk, you'll have a rebuttal. God damn it. Vivian, 1 minute.
I'm so fucking muted.
Oh my god. I really want to see the moderators do that at an actual presidential debate. Just remember, just imagine that white-haired dude. What's his fucking name from CNN? Just go, shut the fuck up. It'd be great.
40 seconds remain, Vivian.
I feel like we're supposed to be giving somewhat serious answers to these questions, even if they're meme questions. So no, obviously do not support a transgenocide. Neither does anybody with a brain or a moral conscience. It's utterly unconscionable to even think of that. I do think that assaults have grown against trans people over the last 4 years because of a concerted campaign by media and politicians to paint us as the bad people, the scary people, and we need to clamp down really fucking hard on both media and politicians by abolishing both of them.
Excellent minute.
Viv, are you one of them?
Scarfo, what did I fucking say?
I'm sorry. I'll wait.
Call him a pinhead. Call him a pinhead. I'm bringing
goddamn dirty pinhead.
Exactly.
Food shops, 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. How I define a genocide is that I usually go with the UN definition. I don't really believe in Lemkins. So how I define it is mental plus physical. I don't think people actually intend to, actually genocide transgender people, and people don't really have a plan to, summarily execute and then do mass graves for transgender people. And yeah, people don't really have directives for that either. I'll tell you what, though, I am very much annoyed with the discourse around transgender people, around Twitch poll especially. And I think that there should be a genocide of the Twitch poll discourse of transgender people. Not particularly a genocide of transgender people, but I think there should be a genocide of the discourse, just because of how annoying it is. And I am very easily annoyed, and you know what, if I had to genocide some fucking discourse, I will do it.
That was a little bit longer than 1 minute.
Just a little bit longer, but yeah, you were on a roll. That's fine.
-2 JKP. Scarfo, you want to respond? I'll allow that, and we have 10 minutes for open discussion about the topic. Do you support the trans genocide?
First of all, I'm a little confused. I don't think we're talking about murdering, putting anybody in body bags or graves, whatever it may be. It's just these people are insufferable. And the reason why is because they're fighting against legitimate ways of alleviating the root issue. And I think we don't talk about that enough. And the problem is you guys are spewing this bullshit, but you guys never actually come and actually talk about what is causing people to have these types of thoughts. So that's what I want to kind of open it up, is because you guys are fighting against legitimate ways of actually dealing with these problems. And you guys just keep hammering that same fucking track like fucking Stardust was talking about. It's that same
I'm not interested in sitting around talking about talking about what causes the people to have these thoughts. Why don't we look at the people who are having these thoughts? It's cisgendered people, right? Clearly cisgendered people are the problem.
No,
like if there is to be any kind of genocide, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to
allow Viv the time, then Stardust and Food Shops. Viv, Stardust, Food Shops.
I'm just saying, I think maybe we would be a lot better off here on Twitch poll if we just got rid of all the cisgender people from Twitch poll. Not a genocide, just a general kind of cleansing.
Stardust.
On a tangent again.
I think we're doing ourselves a disservice when we don't acknowledge that people from like more traditional cultures are not going to be understanding of things like the idea of gender, right? People from more traditional and especially impoverished backgrounds as well are not really going to be as forward thinking as the average person from Twitch poll. So we do have to acknowledge the reality that the vast majority of the world is transphobic, is racist, is bigoted, and we kind of have to work from there. So I don't know. I feel like whenever I say that, people fucking lose their minds. Like, oh no, it's not, bro. Go to any other country. Like I hate one example people like to use that I hate is the examples of hijras. like, oh yeah, they have a third gender, you know, and they totally recognize it. Yeah, they recognize it, but hijras are like, they are like
social pariahs.
Yeah, they are. Like, they're social pariahs. So yeah, people need to acknowledge that most people in the world are bigoted and racist, and you have to kind of work with that. You have to work.
I mean, if you want
Can I rebuttal real quick?
Short rebuttal, then food shots. Short rebuttal, food shots.
I think the reason why is we see this in other places and not usually in America, and the reason why is because we have an overpopulation when it comes to metropolitan areas. They're actually a lot more built out, so it's easier for them with their infrastructure that they already have from a social dynamic standpoint, whereas here, we don't have that. We have that social contagion that happens specifically in that overpopulation of urban areas. I'm sorry, go ahead, food shops.
Sometimes I think whether or not like we moved way too fast, at least in the trans discourse here in America, because sometimes I think about because one time I was sitting in like a fucking voice chat when I was like doing voice training like years ago, and then like this older transgender lady was like, you know, sometimes I wish that we were more invisible just so I could pass better, because now that we're now more in the open, people are discussing these issues more, and if we weren't talking about these issues, then Republicans wouldn't bring it to the forefront and then pass all these like anti-transgender legislation, and we wouldn't be talking about like this transgender genocide discourse in the first place. And then now,
okay, but who
like,
brought it to the forefront?
Viv, allow her to finish, then we'll go back to you.
Like the thing is that yes, it is true that Republicans bring a lot of it to the forefront because of like drag queens and drag queen shows and drag queen story time and stuff like that, right? And they love talking about these culture war issues. But at the same time, I think a lot of the issues also like lie with the way that we also deal with it, right? And then we also bring a lot of it automatically to the forefront with all these weird, cringy ways that we do like coming out shows and coming out whatever. And that is automatically how we automatically bring it out to the forefront without prompting from the Republicans. And we need to re-examine that as well. And, you know, we do need absolutely an ethnic cleansing of that kind of discourse. Yeah, absolutely.
Viv, please.
No, I mean, so over here in the United Kingdom, it began with the with opposition to the Gender Recognition Reform Act, which was back in 2015, not long after gay marriage had passed here. Same happened in the United States. Like, it didn't really blow up until a couple of years ago when they were picking stuff up basically from the UK. The UK was the testing ground for right-wing rhetoric in regards to trans people. But frankly, I've not heard anything that like kind of goes against my point that like maybe it is time for trans people to just like rid themselves of the cis people. Maybe it's time for us to like have a fucking country of our own. I mean, Israel gets to fucking have one, right? Why don't we get to have a country of our own? I think we should start our own fucking nation and just kick all of this out, or at least partition them off in some open air prison.
All right, so I'm getting confused with what we're talking about because effectively I'm not hearing any type of policy. We glorify places like Japan, we glorify places like Europe, and we keep talking about these different types of policies and we're not fixing anything effectively. And let me give you guys a policy that you guys can actually put forward is VMT can be more mitigated as a more multimodal transportation options are funded through car sales, property tags, taxes, gas taxes, all of that. As it starts to normalize, people use it more and more and it offsets other multimodal types of transportation. So all of you people that are trains people, I don't get it because there's more than just trains. There's also cars, and it's when we widen highways, when we're talking about VMT, is we're trying to get people to the city centers, and that's how we actually improve equity. And
SCARFFO, real quick. You realize we're talking about trans individuals, not trains, right?
You literally sent me a page that said trains genocide.
I thought it was transportation. Like trans for transportation, you know,
yeah.
Like
you know what?
Transportation genocide.
All right, so I guess
you know what? They're basically the same thing. So I think we can continue.
Leftists like both of them a lot. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Beckett. Let's continue.
Yeah, walkable cities and rights for
pretty...
trans people to exist are basically quite similar.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So leftists tend to be actually pretty pro transportation genocide, from what I can tell. So. Yeah.
They always talk about VMT, which is vehicle miles traveled, and they say, hey, you can't widen anything. And the reason why is because they call it induced demand. So if we widen a highway, we're going to induce more people to use it, and therefore it's just going to go back the way that it is. But the reason why is because now we're attracting more individuals to come to our city, and we actually make more of a mega city. But we need to start building cities around more of smaller hubs, so we stop attracting people to the inner cities, and we start pushing that out to more of the other suburbs.
I just don't think it's viable to have a transportation genocide. Like, some people just need transportation, you know? Like, we can't all get around by walking.
I mean, some people should.
Some people
like
should.
this has
And I
gotten-
feel like you're making a jab at me, actually, in my, you know, and I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that. Maybe you mind your own business. You know, maybe you mind your own business. What is his name? I don't even know his name.
Scarfo. Like a scarf.
Scarfo?
Scarf-O. Or Scarfo.
Like someone who
Like
wears
a
a
cat?
scarf.
Yeah, you could do the cat.
Crime against me.
That's why I invited him, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't actually make sense.
Smart.
He's kind of like the American version of you.
It's true.
Okay.
Wait,
Food shops. Go on.
I have a question. Can we do like free and open discussion rather than like go one at a time? Is that okay?
I mean, if you want to, we're just trying to make it sure that the individuals who are watching this can hear you. They want to hear your answers more than anything else. That's what matters.
And
Is how
individuals get
they
that.
want to hear what you have to say, Viv. Okay, that's
Okay.
That's the point. That's
Okay.
why we're not talking.
I want to be able to tell Viv to
Okay.
shut the hell
You
up,
can't.
though.
That's my job, food shops.
Ah.
Okay, but food shops, go ahead.
Okay, where would we place the capital of Transreal, Viv?
Look,
I want to back
if you
and
want to,
forth.
if you, okay, fine. If you want to, I mean, we've got like 40 seconds, okay? So
I will give an
here's
extra
my-
30
here's my-
seconds for you to answer this.
and I realize this has been meany, so like, but this is like a serious proposal for
Because they place Israel. Because they place.
No, let her answer.
Oh my
let her
God.
answer.
City.
Food shops, I am going to chop you into little pieces like this.
I will fight you.
You won't
Okay.
I will. Okay.
win.
Go.
Okay, I realize this has been kind of memey, but this is like a serious, genuine proposal for queer separatism. I think that actually one thing that might be good for a certain degree of queer people, that includes trans people and anybody who stands against cis heteronormativity, would be for a whole bunch of us to essentially pick a place, preferably like a smaller town or something, right? And just have queer people from all over the fucking country move there. It concentrates the population, it concentrates political power, gives us greater power in local government, and it provides a supportive community where you know where you're less likely to get gay bashed on the street, as our brilliant moderator mentioned at the very start of this conversation, right? And where you could. And,
All right, that was 30
have,
seconds. I apologize. Like you took the time.
Restricting us.
You must be restricted.
No, that's the
we know
point.
the
Well, but
animals that you are. Realistically, I understand that Viv wants to make a concentration of trans individuals in a small area. We'll leave that as it is, but everyone gets 30 seconds for their finishing proposals, starting again with Scarfo.
I just want to come out and say I love trans people. I hate trans people. Those people, one-track mind, can't stand them. They only think that the only thing that works is by putting more trains and putting more fucking monorails. That's not going to work. We have to at least increase our infrastructure enough to where we can have both cars and trains at the same time. It can't be this both thing. But I love trans people.
Excellent. Stardust, 30 seconds.
Smartphone called me fat earlier, and I think you should eviscerate him. Chat, eviscerate him! 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 Eviscerate him, chat! Eviscerate him! 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 Destroy.
Okay, that's 30 seconds. Excellent. Thank you, Stardust.
I'm calling for the genocide of one person.
Viv.
And it's SCARFFO.
Viv, 30 seconds.
I've said pretty much all I need to say on the subject. We need to create our own community. We need to kick the fucking cis people out because cis people are the source of all our problems. Without them, we'd be pretty chill.
You have 13 more You have 13 more seconds, Viv.
I cede my motherfucking time.
You can't cede your time.
Anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
Fine, eviscerate that cunt.
All right.
Eviscerate that cunt.
Food shops. Food shops. It is your 30 seconds now.
Yeah, I guess like the last time, I guess like one of the times we put everybody in a single town is like Jamestown, or whatever the fuck, where everybody died from like the Kool-Aid shit from like the fucking thing. So like I guess if you put every single transgender person in a town and then everybody fucking drink Kool-Aid and die from a cult or some shit like that, then you'll actually have a transgenocide. Like
I wasn't even close to the proposal.
Viv, it's her closing statements.
Okay, literally, if you place everybody in a town and they can't reproduce, they can't whatever the fuck because they're all transgender, right? So then it's like, I mean, I guess they can reproduce because you have like the dick girls and then you have like pussy boys, right?
All right, that was 30 seconds.
Is that yeah? But okay.
Excellent.
Okay,
Great first topic. Beckett, would you like to introduce the second topic?
Moving on to our second topic, the pressing issue of immigration. It is well known by members of the moderation team that food can be extremely bland. It is also known that the best way to get better food is simply by importing new cultures that will cook better food. The boiled potatoes I grew up on are a key example of this. To keep some level of culture in Britain and the West generally, do you support the replacement of white people to improve food quality? And we're going to start off once again with SCARFFO. You have a minute.
Okay, I know as the only male in this that I don't get the equity that I deserve, but it's okay. It's fine. White privilege doesn't exist. It's whatever. But what I would say, white culture probably should get eradicated, and there's a reason why. I will offer... can I talk? I will offer a solution once we start getting into discussions, because I think I have a surefire way of making everything better for everybody. So I'll love to get into that with everybody on this panel. But honestly, I think we need immigration. I think we need to inject some new food and culinary blood into our systems. And I'm looking forward to having this policy debate with everybody.
25 more seconds, bud.
And should I not like it in this country, I, as a white individual, can go to my brethrens over there in Europe, whether it be Finland or Norway, and they'll accept me with wide open arms, and I will be able to assimilate into their culture way easier than maybe somebody else that's coming from.
Well, that's a minute. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Moving on. Next, we're going to go to food shops.
I actually think that we should invade other countries just to assimilate white people more. I think that, other countries need to be, I think white people food is superior. I think that white people food is better than all other people food. I think that white people food already incorporate other people's cultures' foods a lot more. And I think that, other countries need to be cleansed of their food. And pushed out to make room for white people food. Thank you.
15 seconds.
White people food good. Mashed potato. Gravy. Fascism.
That's a minute. Thank you very much, food shops. Moving on, Viv.
Sure. Whole spices. You want coriander seeds, black peppercorns. What's that little green one called? I never remember the name of the little green one. Cardamom pods. They're amazing. Cardamom pods. You could use whole cumin. Whole cumin's really great. I recommend a cinnamon stick. Okay, you fry those off in a little bit of oil until they get quite fragrant. And at that point, that's when you add your onions and you give them a really good cook. Okay. Keep them low, slow until they're caramelized, deep, dark brown. All right. That's when you add any kind of curry powder you have, Kashmiri chili powder, a little bit of turmeric, right? Salt, pepper, and then your tomato puree goes in. All right. Tomato puree.
All right. That's 1 minute.
That's a minute. However, I do have an important point from the audience, which I think you need to respond to, which is oregano.
Oregano in a curry, in an Indian curry? No, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you.
You all should see Beckett's tier list of spices. It's a fucking crime against humanity.
Okay.
Garlic powder is better than garlic. Anyway, right, okay.
What
Stardust,
is
you've got
wrong
a
with
minute.
you?
Stardust,
This
1
is
minute,
not an
Viv.
easy-
All right. So what I have to say is that not all white food is bad. White people made ovens, and ovens are like fucking amazing, right? You put that shit in, you walk away, and you come back later, and it's fucking cooked as long as you don't overcook it, right? Whereas with Indian food, I know this because I have to fucking slave over the stove for like 3 hours. Okay. It's so fucking frustrating. Don't get me wrong. I love doing Indian food. I love Indian food, but good fucking God, I'm slaving over the stove for 3 fucking hours. The oil is splashing back into my face. I'm going to have scars later on in my life because of it. And, you know, white people really got the oven figured out. But one thing I will say is microwaves are like, I think actually microwaves are the work of the devil. And there's like the mysterious like electromagnetic waves in this box, and it's like it defies all like human natural order.
That's a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that said,
we're going to shut the fuck up. It's my question.
it's your moderation time. It's fine. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Right, we're going to open up to 10 minutes of questions from our panelists. Please be respectful of each other and understand that people want to hear you speak so they can effectively vote for who will be their next candidate.
Okay.
So if anybody would like to open, 10 minutes.
Okay, look, seriously.
Viv.
Well, shut up, white boy.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so here's the important thing, right? I think white people food has a brilliant place in our culture. There is something beautiful about curry and chips, okay? There's something amazing about having a nice big slab of roast pork on a banh mi, all right? You can combine these things, okay? I recognize that white people don't make the most amazing spiced food, but they do make some incredibly beautiful, bland, starchy bases to put that spicy food on.
Oh, food shops.
Scarfo. Well, Scarfo first. You were next.
Okay. I don't have an issue with getting rid of some of the white people, and the reason why white people food. I'm sorry, and the reason why is because it's an oversaturation. So we have an oversaturated amount of white people food in the areas that we live, and we need to introduce more variety. And the reason why is because I want to open choices. I want to have the choice to go to these different places depending on what I'm feeling in that type of moment. So one policy that I think that we should employ is diversity mandates. We need to limit the ethnicities in the area, and we need to make sure that we have a diversity of different types of restaurants, because I can't tell you, because I'm in Texas, how many fucking Mexican restaurants I have around me, and I'm tired of it. I want Indian, I want Chinese, I want sushi, but I can't fucking get to any of them because they're all just Mexican goddamn restaurants. So limit the amount of the same thing around all of these areas and put in a goddamn mandate that forces us to be able to choose whatever type of culinary cuisine that we want to taste in that fucking menu of the food world order.
I'm glad that you didn't say we need to get rid. I'm glad that Scarfo didn't say we need to get rid of the Mexicans. Next, food shops.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think my track record speaks for itself, right? In 2013, I opposed the anti-subsidy order for Chinese Panda Express order, and And now what I support is subsidy orders when it comes to mandated diversity in restaurant bills. And what that means is that, in my opinion, the best kinds of food is specifically food when you combine white people food with other diversity food. For example, if you combine sushi with mashed potatoes and gravy, if you fry sushi, that is delicious. If you bread sushi, that is delicious. If you bake salmon and then you also turn that into Indian, if you put curry all over salmon and rice, that is delicious. You combine different kinds of cuisines and you put that into a restaurant. Sure, it might not lift off at first, but people will learn to enjoy over time. But you need a government injection of cash first. That government subsidies, that bill is what we need in this country right now. So join me if you vote for me and go to foodshops.com.org, okay? If you join me and don't vote for these losers, okay? If you join me, then I will make sure I will get this done. We will be able to unite America under one banner of white people food and diversity food. Okay, thank you.
If I could, I'd just like to point out that I think my fellow candidate here has forgotten that they're running for president of Twitch poll and not president of America, and I think that instantly pretty much disqualifies them from the race.
That's not how this works at all, Viv. But thank you for wasting our time, Scarfo, please.
So food shops, I think the problem that we have here in today is that we, as a white culture, we allow anyone to work in our restaurants. And so that breeds diversity, which is great. So we can get white people cultured in with their culture. The problem is there is a severe amount of racism that is happening towards white people not being able to work in the other types of shops. So let's say if it's a traditional Chinese restaurant, me walking in there as a white person, I would not be able to get a job. And the reason why is because they are incredibly racist against white people. And all I want to do is I want to put in my culture with their food. Actually, to tell you the truth, there was a Venezuelan woman. I made polones with this Venezuelan woman, and you know what she told me? She said, hey, for polones, we have to make it with just tomato sauce. And I said, fuck no. So what I did is I did like a little bit of cheese and milk in it. I made it more Italian, and she said I was gentrifying her food. That is disgusting. It actually made it better rather than just using tomato puree. I rest my case.
Stardust.
I would like to go back to my point that microwaves are just boxes possessed with demons. Mm-hmm. The rotating plate inside the microwave is clearly a demonic dance floor. The hum is like the demons communicating to you psychically, and even the ding at the end, that is the satanic chef telling you that it's ready. I think in the interest of public safety that we need to quarantine all microwaves, all of these demon-possessed boxes, until we can figure out what the fuck is going on. Because I think our children are in danger because of it.
Point of moderation. This woman here previously has microwaved tea for me. That's a thing that she actually did. She put tea in the microwave and then gave it to me.
No.
Stardust.
I don't see a problem with that.
I don't see a problem with that either.
Right.
Hail Satan.
Yeah. There's no problem with that.
Hail Satan.
So Scarfo here wants to accuse these minority-owned restaurants of being racist towards white people. I'd just like to ask Scarfo about that Chinese restaurant that he might decide that he wants to try and work at.
Excuse me, that I already put my resume in and they already fucking denied me, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, there might be a good reason for that. Could Scarfo possibly name for me, just off the top of his head, the 5 spices in Chinese 5 spice?
General Tso's chicken, sesame chicken. We've got orange chicken, beef, broccoli.
Wrong.
I fucking perused all of Panda Express. I'm pretty sure that's correct.
These are not the
Viv, allow him to respond.
Food shop knows what I'm talking about. Those are the.
Why did you point to me?
You eat food on stream all the time.
Wait, let him answer. Why did you point to me?
Because you are a fellow goer of Panda Express, because you brought it up earlier.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I rest my case.
Viv, please.
Well, these are quite clearly not spices. They are, in fact, full meals. So I can see why they might not have wanted to employ you.
What are the 5 spices, Viv?
What are the 5 spices in Chinese 5 spice? Cinnamon, fennel, star anise, cloves, and it depends. Sometimes it's ginger, sometimes it's white pepper, and sometimes it's Sichuan peppercorns for the 5th spice.
She said cloves, as if there's not more than one.
What? Bro, shut the fuck up. What is wrong with you?
Anyways, further rebuttals, food shops.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Solid as an argument. I'd like to focus back on this microwave point. Does anyone else disagree? Does anyone else think that microwaves aren't the work of the devil?
Satan, we need to start calling them what they are. Satan-infested boxes. Satan-possessed boxes. Demon boxes. Whatever the fuck. But anything but microwave, because microwave is making it seem like they're not the menace that they are.
Okay.
I think if you put
And they
tea
need
in
to
a
actually all be
microwave,
put in a camp, in my
you're
opinion.
a monster.
I think we need to start loading up trains with these demon-possessed boxes and send them to a camp until we figure out what the fuck's going on with them.
I think the Germans did that.
I think it's weird that you would advocate this after having put tea in a microwave. And I think if you do put tea in a microwave, you are a monster. I think there are good uses for microwaves. I think there are definitely good uses for microwaves, but they are few and far between. And those people who cook the little fucking egg cup omelette things in the microwave and pretend that that's a breakfast, fuck you. What's wrong with you?
It was water. It was.
I do
water.
have a question.
Beckett's already demon possessed. How is it going to hurt him? You know, like.
So
Jesus.
Beckett, the question is, do you think water tastes different?
He's British.
Do you think
Same
water
thing.
tastes different if you microwave it versus if you put it on a kettle?
I mean, it's very hard to tell. The water in America tastes weird. I think it's the fluorine.
Hey, Flint, Michigan already does that, so I mean, they'll be the perfect place for you to go, right?
Yeah, I think we should send Beckett along with all the microwaves, honestly.
To Flint, Michigan.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where the camp is? If the camp is in Flint, Michigan, yeah, we'll put all of them there together.
No.
Beckett and a bunch of microwaves. Every single microwave.
All right,
like Christian?
and that is the 10 minutes.
That's the 10 minutes. We'll give 30 seconds for closing statements, starting with food shops.
Yeah.
And that's 30 seconds. Thank you, food shops. SCARFFO.
I just go back to my policy. I think it's the best one. None of the other people could actually come up with an actual policy. I think we need mandates when it comes to diversity. I think we need to start injecting more white people into the cultures of other individuals, especially from other different ethnicities. I think we need to have mandates that force white people into their families so they can learn the recipes and inject their culture into that culture so that we can have a little bit more diversity for everybody to enjoy.
That's 30 seconds. Thank you very much. Viv.
Thank you, Devin.
I think it's very clear that if you want someone to lead Twitch poll into a new era of beautiful culinary delights, it's me. I am the only fucking person on this entire panel who knows how to cook anything. I'd be surprised if any of these fuckers could boil an egg, frankly. What is going through SCARFFO's mind trying to get a job at a traditional Chinese restaurant? I don't know, but they turned it down.
She brought me up. I get a 5-second rebuttal.
5 seconds.
Anything that she makes me would kill me because I'm allergic to cats. Thank you. I rest my case.
Maybe that wouldn't be a bad thing.
Fuck me. Stardust, 30 seconds.
Sorry.
Stardust, 30 seconds.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, white people invented microwaves, and, ovens aren't demonic, but microwaves are. Again, let me reiterate for you guys. The mysterious hum, that is definitely demonic. It's the demons conversing, honestly, and doing tongues. The rotating plate ritual, that's fucking weird. They're trying to possess your food with the, demon dances or whatever. the uneven heating, there's a pattern there that the demons are doing to your food, okay? To make you possessed with demons. So the uneven heating, there's a pattern to it. The cryptic buttons on the microwave, I mean, what the fuck are those for? You could be like sending your food to a different dimension where all of the demons jizz on it, and then you get your food back and it's hot and you don't think anything about it because you didn't realize all the demons jizzed on it. And then the ding finale. The ding finale, that's like fucking that is like conditioning you to be like a servant to the microwave. I think demons possess these boxes, and I think we need to put them all on trains and send them to camps, and also put Beckett in that camp.
That's 30 seconds.
All right,
Perfect.
excellent.
Thank you very much. Yeah, question 3. Moderator
Question
Rezzy,
3.
yours.
Our third question is about culture, and this does come with a pre-prepared video to go ahead and lead us into the question I will be asking. I will be sharing the screen here in the Discord. If you guys want to give this a quick watch, this will be the format of the question that we'll be asking next. So, based on this short video, we had to ask, we are wondering every day about our place in society and the place of God in that society. Many call heralds of the darkness that is being unlocked within humanity. In an ever-desperate world, we must know one thing from our candidates. Is anime good for people, or will it unlock the seventh gate, plunging humanity into eternal darkness? Starting with Viv.
I think that's a big question to have to come up first against. I believe in the power of anime. I think the power of anime to both unite and strengthen the human bonds that we all feel with each other is incalculable. I think that the more weeps there are, the better. The only thing we need to watch out for is the lolly fans. Those people need to be kicked to the fucking curb ASAP. As for God themselves, hisself, herself, who knows? Probably doesn't even exist. Let's be honest now. I don't want to be.
Seconds. Thank you, Beth.
I thought
You get a minute. You get a minute.
Dumb bitch.
This is my round, Beckett. Viv, you get an additional 10 seconds.
It was
Fucking
40
son of a
fucking
bitch.
seconds, Beckett.
No,
actually.
you get. All right, I'm giving you 30 seconds from now. All right, Beckett, you piece of
30
fucking
seconds
shit.
from now?
Literally,
Jesus
you
Christ.
plan. This is why
Holy
we
fuck.
had to plan D-Day, motherfucker.
Yeah, like, anime is a medium like anything else. There are good stories that get told in it, and frankly, I try and check it out every season, see if there's any shows that I like, and always end up watching some really dumb fucking isekai about somebody who turned into a vending machine or something. And I think that's great. I think you can watch some real dumb shit, but stay away from the lolly stuff.
10 seconds.
Thank you very much. Oh, 10 seconds? Yabba dabba do. Right.
All right, and next up, SCARFFO. 1 minute, bud.
Thank you guys for having me. My name's SCARFFO Scarfington, and I think anime is good for society. Me personally, I grew up in the best generation of anime growing up in the 90s. We had things such as Rugrats. We had Wild Thornberrys. We had Ariel Monsters. We had Hey Arnold. These were paramount when it came to anime. But nowadays, we have a sickness when it comes to our children. And these children are growing up with so much confidence, but almost too much confidence. And I think anime kind of helps us take those individuals, elevate their confidence even more, and then eventually kick them down because they realize none of their anime bullshit is actually working. So when they do that fucking anime run like this, like they're a goddamn fucking, what is that? The ninja samurais? Naruto. Yeah, they're not running any faster.
All right,
Actually, they're running
that's
slower.
1 minute, SCARFFO. That's 1 minute. Stardust, next to you. 1 minute.
Yeah. So my favorite anime is SpongeBob. I don't know about all these other ones, but SpongeBob is probably the best anime that's ever been made. I think because one, it takes place under the sea, And there are not really any animes that I know that take place under the sea. Also, it's centered around a sponge, which I think is like the least appreciated household item. And you know, there's no sex in it. There's no sex. There's no kissing. All of that gross stuff. So I think it's pretty good. So as long as people are watching SpongeBob, I don't think that there's a problem with it. But I will say that there are, you know, there are some weird people who talk about like animes with like languages I don't understand, and those animes, those you know, those kind of scare me because it sounds like, again, demon speak, you know. So
All right, that was 1 minute. Food shops.
I think anime is one of these beautiful mediums where just like any other art or culture that people can really express themselves through, where you know, if you, especially if you look at Miyazaki's works, like you know, Ponyo, or Nausicaa, etc. But the thing is that if you look at modern anime, etc., it's always these kinds of otaku-bae, etc. And especially if we look at anime and video games, people use these kinds of mediums as a way of coping with life, etc., which is why we also talk about this kind of impulsivity to, you know, just be indoors and just be hooked up on these things as a way to deal with a more painful life rather than engage and actually interact socially. But meanwhile, on the other side, I think we should also look at like the good side of mediums like anime.
I get that was 1 minute.
Thank you.
We will now open up the conversation. 10 minutes for our candidates tonight.
Okay, so SCARFFO mentioned Naruto, and I just want to say that I don't typically support shonen, except as extremely light popcorn entertainment. I do think that shonen is the bottom of the barrel for anime, but one thing that Naruto did give us was the Naruto run, and without the Naruto run, we wouldn't have had an entire era of internet memes, and nor would we have ever known what was inside Area 51. Those Naruto runners breaking through the defenses in the Nevada desert to get inside Area 51 and expose the alien spaceships that were being studied within, those people were heroes, and they were inspired by anime.
Some would say they're martyrs nowadays.
Heroes, martyrs. The only difference is whether you're dead or alive. And although I view them as heroes, I haven't followed up on their status.
Well, none of them mastered that fucking substitution jutsu. So whenever they got shot at, they just died. So that's why anime is good. Is so we start to really understand that, hey, we can't do this shit, and then it really humbles the shit out of them whenever they are martyrs. So
I think they understood that if you get shot, you die.
Yeah, well, they figured that out at the end, didn't they?
I have no idea what these people are talking about. If I'm like, I have to be real. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Stardust. If you get killed, you die.
That is true.
That is true.
I support that statement.
No, Stardust. You don't understand.
I do understand.
No, you do not. Like, if you get killed,
I don't think it's anime leading us to hell. I think it's microwaves. I think it's microwaves that have to go back to microwaves. They really are leading us to hell.
Stardust.
Microwaves literally teleport your food to the demon dimension, have a bunch of demons jizz in it, and then teleport it back to you.
What about anime about microwaves? Would that be acceptable? That
actually is probably demonic. That's probably like Satan propaganda.
So I think the reason why people have been really pushing towards anime nowadays is because it's a shift between sensationalization and the need for extraordinary activities. It's basically, we've got tired of what is possible. And that's why we turn to like TikTok. We turn to Instagram. We turn to a bunch of these things where we used to be impressed about these little things, but we're no longer impressed. And so now we need to turn towards mediums that allow us to engage into those sensationalized and extraordinary activities that we can't now see on regular TV.
Very true, and let's be honest. What really has come out recently in terms of TV show in English languages, like, you know, The Boys, The Boys Gen V. The Boys Gen V is pretty good. Invincible, Foundation, The Fall of the House of Usher, Midnight Mass. You know, basically nothing. Basically nothing is coming out in English that is a particularly good. The second season of House of the Dragon, that's probably coming out like next year at some point. That's going to be a lot of fun. But basically nothing is coming out in English language that is any good whatsoever. So we need to seek out mediums in other languages. Otherwise we'll just be bereft of any kind of entertainment. And I think that would be very, very. The Avengers Endgame, apparently that was good. I don't know, but nothing at all.
As a point of clarification, are you saying then that you support not just a white eradication and replacement on foodstuffs, but also on our animation and culture as part of your platform?
What animation? I named a lot of shows, but what animation do we have in English apart from Invincible? What animation do we have in the English language?
What
made
is
by
anime,
English
first of all?
animators?
What is anime?
Scooby-Doo.
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Yep.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ben 10? Does Ben 10 count?
Dragon Ball Z is like
Digimon.
made in Japan by Chinese animators.
There's a wealth of Western animated pornography as well. We've seemed to have cornered the market in that area.
Yeah, Pikachu.
Oh, wait. Who's that one, like,
I wouldn't know.
incest, like, porn artist, like Jane Nosbury or something?
Oh yeah, I'm very familiar with her work.
Yeah. Does anybody here also know, like, the furry incest porn artist Jane Nosbury?
Oh, God, I love her.
Oh, yeah.
She's my
why are you wearing
favorite.
that?
Scarfo, can you go a little higher? The sign
Why are
blocked
you
it.
wearing that? Wait, how are you wearing that right now? Wait, what the? Have you been wearing that the whole?
He has a tail. He was
Is he
born
wearing
with
a
it.
butt plug?
No. He,
Hey, I can
Scarfo-
confirm nor deny. Okay, this is
no, Scarfo
Wait,
was
have you been
born.
wearing that
Stop.
the whole time?
No, Scarfo was born with a tail. Watch as I do this. Oh, yeah. He's part wolf, part wolf boy.
What?
And I get accused of being a furry.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. I can see the signs going up in the audience right now. We have the contingent here from the Ban Anime PFPs coalition, and I am down. I completely agree. Ban anime PFPs. There are precisely two types of people that use anime PFPs. Okay, pedofash and trans girls who are not yet confident enough to show their own faces in their profile pictures. That is it. Okay? Now we need to ban them and tell those trans girls to get some confidence and tell the pedofash to fuck the fuck off.
I mean, I'm not against that.
What if they're both?
What if they both tell them to fuck the fuck off? The pedofash wipes out the trans girl thing, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So you support
But I guess-
you support genociding pedofash trans girls.
I support the cleansing from social media spaces of pedofash, trans or no.
But I think it would be pretty cool if we could figure out from anime how to open up the seventh gate like they did in Naruto. Right? So I'm sure
I
that
haven't
you as
watched Naruto.
I'm sure that you as a child have tried to do a fucking Kamehameha when you were younger to see if that key comes out of your fucking hands.
No.
Because I know I did.
I never did.
think
I did,
we
yeah.
can. Yeah, see,
Yeah, I
we're
definitely
trying to
did, yeah.
fly. That'd be
you-
pretty cool.
are
Yeah,
you
I jumped off a
self-reporting?
house. Hit my head.
So I know that if we really wanted to put our minds to it, we could open the seventh gate to that hell. And with the inspiration being anime.
I was not getting an anime one, Beckett. Can you stop engaging with chat as well? It was not an anime. I was trying to get a cartoon, like just a basic kind of VTuber version of myself, right? It wasn't an anime game. Fuck you, Beckett. Fuck you.
I mean, you are animated.
No, now I am.
Are you
right?
here
And now
spreading
obviously-
Satan by chance, Viv?
Yes.
Wait, how do we know we're not talking to
100%.
AI?
100%. I'm left-hand path, a Luciferian burst of light upon your screens.
Okay.
You know-
Viv, who
you know-
who
you
coded
know-
you?
Who coded me? Nobody coded me.
Yeah, that's
What the
I
fuck?
would say.
Vivian's a cat.
Yeah, she comes this
What
way out
sort
of the
of
box.
cat are you interacting with? Like, that's a wild cat.
Personally, as the only animated candidate, I frankly think the insinuation that animation is satanic in any way is extraordinarily offensive, and I would like to stand up for my animated brothers and sisters and
Vivian, I would
siblings
like
around the world.
to refute that bullshit, and I would like to bring up my buddy, the fox.
The fox.
Yeah.
There's the fox. And do you know what the fox would say?
Okay.
Shut
What
the
does
fuck
the
up.
fox say?
Shut the fuck up. That's what it would
The
say.
fox says, "Shut the fuck up."
Yes, it does.
Good lord.
So now, as not the only animated fucking character on this goddamn platform, I think I now have authority that I can talk on this topic.
Well, no, you're not the animated character. The fox is.
But
And the fox is not a candidate in this race, I'm afraid. In fact, I don't even know what he's doing up there on the fucking stage with you.
as my significant other, I think she would say otherwise.
Well, there we have it. What do you want? A zoophile or an animated cat?
Okay,
We'll
has
decide.
anybody grown mold in their slippers before and cooked it and eat it?
No.
No, I haven't tried that. Is it good?
I personally never tried it, but I'm just asking.
Oh. Stardust?
Does the fox not talk?
What's the question? I'm sorry.
Hentai and God. What do you think? You know, that's about it.
What's hentai?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Please don't tell her.
Proof that there is no god.
Yes, there we
Beckett,
go.
why? Explain it to me. Beckett, explain to me what hentai.
And that is the 10 minutes for
Unfortunately,
that.
that's 10 minutes.
That's the end of the round. Yeah, everybody clap.
We're going to give 30 seconds for closing.
Yeah.
Starting with Scarfo.
I'm tired of being told that I can't have an opinion on things because I'm not whatever it is. I want to stop being prejudiced against. Just because I'm not an anime individual doesn't mean that I don't have opinions myself. Just because I don't have a lived history, it doesn't mean I don't have an opinion on it. So I want these type of people to stop putting these limitations on me when I think that I have a very real and legitimate opinion upon a lot of these processes and a lot of these thoughts.
That's 30 seconds. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much, Scarfo.
Viv.
Yeah, it's the only animated character on this panel. I want to say that anime is fucking great, actually. Without animation, I wouldn't be here to speak with you guys today. And although there are a small basket of deplorables in this Twitch chat who might think that that is a good thing, the rest of us upstanding Twitch chatters and Twitch panel people recognize that, in fact, I am the best candidate.
Okay. Food shops.
Okay.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29.
All right. Thank you. That was 30 seconds. Stardust.
30 seconds.
Beckett, what's hentai?
I will allow another 30 seconds to Stardust. As per the narration rules from earlier, you now have 50 seconds to ask.
Beckett, what's hentai? What's hentai? Beckett, what's hentai? Beckett, what's hentai? Beckett, what's hentai? What's hentai? What's hentai? Beckett? Why aren't you answering me? Beckett, what's hentai? Beckett, what's hentai?
I feel like that would interrupt the
You're allowed.
impartiality.
You're allowed. You're allowed. I'll allow it.
Hentai is the pornographic depiction of cartoon characters in pornography undertaking Ludax and covers both
Like what?
furry porn. You know, like you've got like I don't know, like so.
Let's
for
be
instance,
fair, it's mostly pedo shit and rape.
yeah,
And that's the time. That's the time. All right. Yeah. Okay. Beckett, would you like to introduce the fourth round of
I
five?
absolutely would. So, this is a serious question about our geopolitical situation. The single greatest benefactor of the October the 7th attacks is a certain Mr. JF Garepi, well known for being absolutely monstrous. Earlier this year, JF allowed his mentally deficient wife to roam the woods, hoping to reconnect with her wolf heritage. However, many are not convinced JF is the perpetrator of some level of violence. To the candidates, we ask, is there enough evidence to prosecute JF Garepi for the horrendous slaughter of his wife by jihadists? Or is Mama JF wearing Mr. Garepi's suit as a skin as a suit? And is she, in fact, the real murderer? So we're going to start off beginning with Stardust. 1 minute.
So one clarification on the question. I didn't understand the part. How did you said white jihadist?
Yeah, it's speculated she was decapitated by jihadists.
Oh, okay.
Some have speculated this.
Okay, so I don't think that I don't think that she was decapitated by jihadists. I don't think JF would ever work with jihadists, to be honest with you. They're brown people, you know, most of the time. So, I don't think that she was decapitated by jihadists. I think probably most likely he dropped her off, and I think it was incredibly negligent of him to do so. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
7 seconds.
20 seconds.
And she's living in the woods now, or something, or maybe she's dead.
All right, that's a minute.
Okay, and Viv, 1 minute.
Sure. I think he fucking killed her, guys. I think he fucking murdered his fucking wife. Legit. Like, if there's one kind of guy that murders his fucking wife, it's the kind of guy that chases after mentally ill women who are beneath the capacity for fucking consent. I think he did it. I think he fucking killed his wife. Whether it was a moment of rage or whether it was an accident when he was whatever, right? I don't fucking know. But I'd put dollars to donuts that fucking Quebecois fuck murdered his fucking wife. Okay, and even if he didn't, I think he should go to prison anyway because he's a disgusting piece of shit. Thank you very much.
That's a minute, thank you. Scarfo, 1 minute.
I, first of all, resent what you guys are talking about, mentally deficiency, whenever she's roaming the woods, hopefully trying to find her wolf heritage. I align with that a lot. Also, what I would also say is I actually agree with V. I think interdependency and interdependence theory would also say, hey, we're looking for individuals who can't really take care of themselves, whether it be financially or mentally or physically. And so you have a lot of predators that are going after those type of processes so that they can go in and they say, hey, I don't have to bring a lot to the table. I just have to basically give you what you're deficient in order to lure you into a relationship, and then you can't enter or exit the relationship because of these issues. So I think 100% he kind of got tired of her and he kind of ripped away the physical dependency that she needed, so he would be the cause of her death. Yes.
That's a minute. Thank you.
That's a minute.
Food shots.
You know what? I DM JF Garepi on Twitter. I asked for an interview opportunity. He responded, and he said, I do not let people interview me who has an IQ lower than 90. And then and then I said, well, your mom. And he blocked me. And
I can't confirm
provide
this.
I can provide a screenshot of this if you guys want.
That's a minute, though I am surprised he didn't ask you on a date.
That's about it.
Okay, perfect. We're going to give 10 minutes of discussion. I'm going to allow Rezzy to moderate while I go and grab something quickly.
Absolutely. Go
you
go
got
do your thing.
10 minutes.
I already started it, buddy. I already started it. You go do your thing. I know what that thing is. It's going to be a good thing. So the question is Mama JF wearing JF Garepi as a skin suit? Discuss.
It could be possible, but I don't think that she's smart enough to pull it off. I think most likely JF dropped her off, was very aware of his negligence, and she's dead now, probably because of that. So yeah.
She is mentally remedial.
Yeah, that's Stardust calling, and Food Shops, I guess, calling people, she's basically being ableist at this point, so.
No, she's just straight up remedial. Like, she is actually, like, remedial, like, court remedial.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You guys are saying that these disabled people can't
not even
do
being
things.
ableist.
That's
No,
disgusting.
not just what?
You're saying they're not literally able to do it. You're ableist.
Remedial, my duder.
You are literally ableist.
My duder.
It's disgusting.
I'm sorry.
It's actually disgusting.
Let me explain something.
Remedial. My dude is remedial. He is
Actually disgusting.
remedial.
Scarfo.
Actually,
Okay,
you're
listen,
disgusting.
Real quick, Stardust.
Remedial.
Stardust first, please.
Here's the thing, Scarfo. JF Garepi has a like PhD in neuroscience. Okay, his wife, it has the an IQ below 90. Okay,
Are you saying all women have an IQ below 90?
No, just
No,
specifically her.
is one woman a representative of all
Just
women?
specifically her. So, just specifically
Stardust might
her.
think so.
So I'm just saying, I don't think she can outsmart JF. I just don't think so. I'm sorry. He knew what she was gonna do. He knew that she would probably die if he dropped her off somewhere.
So here's the deal. Okay, this is how hard it is to make a skin suit. Okay, you have to get a knife. All right, and then you have to like shave off his skin. Okay, and in order to do that, you have to peel back. That takes a lot of time. Okay, and
It also takes a lot of effort, you know.
Yes,
and
especially given her
she's
IQ.
probably smaller than him. She's probably
Yes.
smaller than him. It's probably going to be very hard physically.
Yes.
No,
Big
it's
hair
not.
though.
Again,
Big hair though.
remedial. And again, she's remedial. Okay, and again, she's remedial. So you have to give an account that again, like because she has to shave it off and then sew it back together and then put it around her, she has to also suffocate in that skin suit, right?
Well, no,
So
that's dumb.
That's hard.
No, that's dumb.
Why is that dumb?
First of all, you're saying, oh, she can't overpower him. How do women normally kill their husbands?
Poison.
Not by wearing a fucking skin
Exactly.
suit. Dumb.
Poison.
No, probably by
So-
stuffing them
I'm
in a
not saying
barrel
it's
full of
not about
acid.
killing. Her making the skin suit, period, would be too laborious for her because he's
No,
probably bigger than her.
you're
Yes,
being ableist. Dumb people love arts and crafts. They can
they love
definally
arts
do
and
that
crafts,
stuff.
but he's
Not
still
even
bigger
a
than
man
her.
would make a skin suit of their wife.
Sorry, did you just say dumb people love arts and crafts?
Yes.
You're being ableist. Dumb people love arts
Yes.
and crafts.
I'm being ableist. They are able to do it.
Can I explain something to you? Can I explain something to you, Scarfo? The definition of the word disabled means that someone is incapable of doing some things.
Yeah, you're disabled from understanding what we're talking about right now.
Oh my god, Vivian, you can't just take that. You have to roast this fucker back. Ah! Sorry.
I think I'll take the mic on that one. I'll just let him have it. That's fine.
I rest my case.
I think she would be too tired eating. She would be too caught up eating the glue to actually make the skin suit. To be honest with you.
I also want to make a clarification for everyone here. What is the one thing Food Shops missed out when she described how to make a skin suit? I will tell the audience in a moment.
You gotta hang on.
I'm just
missed a step.
by how much she knows about making a skin.
You missed a step.
You gotta tan it, right? Otherwise, you're gonna be fucking.
Yeah, you
it's
have to
gonna be
tan it
horrible.
and you have to oil it so that way it doesn't decompose.
Yeah, preserve it in some formaldehyde or something.
You need to leave as much fat on it, and then cover it in lye.
No, you don't need to leave.
No,
fat
you
on it.
use
The fat will go rancid.
you leave the fat on it and cover it in lye, and it creates an oil.
The fat will go rancid.
This is how you tan. You put it in the
It
sun.
can't
You
have
glaze
moisture.
it in the
That's the
sun.
problem.
You glaze it in the sun.
Yeah.
That's not how you tan anything. You
It's
wash
how
it with
you
ammonia,
tan
you scrape away the
humans.
fat.
It's how you tan humans, Viv.
Wait, how do
Humans
you
are not
know?
significantly
You don't know
different than
that?
any other
Yes,
animal.
they
He knows.
are.
Trust
Yeah.
me, he knows.
Wait, how
He
do you?
knows.
No, you don't know
He
that.
does.
Okay,
He does.
you don't
He
know
does.
that.
I've had to look this up because I am going to be tanned.
Because he,
Don't
yes.
listen.
Yeah, when I die, I have
He also
given
worked
my
on a
skin for
project
things.
with me, so
Excuse me, why is the moderator taking part in the fucking debate already?
Because I just had to. There was something that bothered me. Okay.
This
Welcome back, Beckett.
This
Thank you.
ugly motherfucker literally just told us that he was going to get tanned after his death. Okay.
I'm gonna bind books.
In the sun. Okay. In the sun. All right.
In the
Yes,
sun, I feel as one. In the sun. In the sun.
Hooky. Okay. All right. This is what he said. Okay.
was that?
All right.
Okay, yeah, but he's not a candidate in competition, so I don't know why you're trying to duck on him.
I'm listening, food shops. Continue.
I just don't think Food Shops really understands what's going on here. I think
I don't know either.
First she
Okay, I
thinks
don't
she's running for president of the United States of America. Then she
point-
thinks one of the moderators is one of the
you're
other
so
candidates.
fucking annoying. Shut the fuck up. You're actually so fucking annoying. Holy shit, you're the most annoying cat in the world. Okay, ow. You're not even a cat, but like you're like a cat. Okay, all right. Okay.
Point of clarification, that's a serious accusation. Viv, are you actually a cat?
I am not a cat. I am not a cat. Thank you.
Ugh. At least I would know how to tan you.
That's that's very menacing. That's
feel like too.
I feel like we're diverging pretty swiftly.
Yeah, but is Mama GF dead?
Like I have to agree with Stardust. Like even if I actually think he probably killed her, but even if he didn't, if he drops her off in the middle of the fucking woods, she's not going to be able to survive by herself, and he fucking knows it. So like abandoning her in the middle of the woods is as bad as like killing her himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't go all the way with you, Viv, to him killing her is because I think he's smarter than to do it with his own hands. But
well, I also know that he has a significant anger problem, and I also know that he has an incredibly inflated opinion of himself. So he might think that he's smart enough to get away with it as well. Which who knows? Maybe he fucking is. Somebody told me yesterday. Somebody is on this fucking panel, but as a moderator, that they'd found a leg bone in the forest. So who knows? Maybe we'll.
What about that?
Yeah, I don't know much more about it other than what Beckett told me yesterday, but apparently they found a leg bone. I don't know.
Like a human leg bone?
I don't fucking know. I have no idea. I'd assume if they find a leg bone and they go, this is probably a human leg bone, I mean, forensics experts typically know what they're talking about, right?
Because the thing is, if he keeps her alive and she wanders into a random ass human being, she's going to go like, oh yeah, it was JF. That dropped me off.
What? He already admitted he dropped her off in the fucking forest. Like, what?
Oh. Okay, I don't know the full story, okay? All right, the point is, all right, is that JF is hella sus, and I don't like his face, okay? And he's probably pretty ugly, okay? All right? The thing is...
Honestly, a good friend of mine said something yesterday that I thought was very fucking poignant. He's Quebecois, and who the fuck pretends to be French?
True.
Wait,
Accurate.
he pretends to be French?
Yeah, the whole species does.
Fucking
The literal whole species of humans called Quebecois call themselves French.
Wait,
Wait,
they're a
really?
Species?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, they call themselves French Canadians. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Wait, they do that?
Yeah.
I thought they were actually French.
No.
Look, there are two Quebecois people that I know, XQC and JF, and both of them are equally trash human beings. So, I rest my case, frankly.
Mm.
And that's the round. That's the round. Excellent. Yep.
Lovely.
30-second
We're
closing
good to go.
statements.
30 seconds, starting with food shops.
Listen, all I'm saying is that, JF, if you're still out there, I'm still up for that interview. You may have called me, lower than 90 IQ, but, I forgive you.
I will say oh
Not
sorry.
your turn yet.
Not my turn.
Sorry.
I was gonna let her respond. Fuck it. Stardust, 30 seconds.
I will say, JF and I actually did have a decent conversation on a Twitter space at one point, but then one day I found that he had blocked me. So I'm still trying to figure out why, because that's fucking weird. So,
You're brown. You are brown.
but he had to know.
Well, I mean, you know, was
There's
it
no
just
way he would know.
was it just through voice?
It was a Twitter space, so yeah, it was through voice, but my profile picture's there, you know. So
That's 30 seconds. I'm wondering whether he blocked you at the same time he blocked me, and whether potentially the fact that the impartial moderator, who is in no way connected to you, did an entire stream laughing at him and his wife.
Correct,
Which he then may or may not have murdered.
And that improper moderator needs to move on. Closing statements. Viv, 30 seconds.
I want to say, Mama JF, she is like the James Bond 007 James Bond, you know. She will add a face from the facial recognition. If she does not want to be found, you will not find her. And JF's a fucking psycho and almost definitely killed his wife, 100%. And he's also pedofash and a rapist. So even if he didn't, he should still be in prison. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time. And that brings us to our final question
No,
of the night.
I didn't get to go. What
Oh,
the fuck?
SCARFFO, I forgot about you. You're a man, dude. What do you want?
You're
Yeah,
meant
dude.
to be the professional
Guy,
one.
you need to step up.
Exactly.
Guy, all right, SCARFFO, sure. You do it. Back up.
So the
30
problem is,
seconds ago.
I think we need to kind of ask ourselves, what is the level of responsibility and accountability when it comes to JF? We know like things like lead poisoning have made people done very crazy things. And I think we need to investigate the microwaves in his house to see if it told him to do the things that he did that day. So I think microwaves may have been the problem. And I think that's something that we need to investigate going forward.
You're right.
It's nice to see you have a joint platform with another one of the panelists. Fantastic. Right, Rezzy.
All right, that brings us to our final question. SCARFFO, I'm not sorry for forgetting you. But our final question. Several years ago, a small island nation decided to separate from the mainland of Europe to chase some sort of autonomy and the promise of less immigrants. In a world at war, many countries have had populations largely displaced. Ukraine due to Russian conquest, Iran due to ongoing protests and operations, and now Israel and Gaza. Many countries are being asked to open their homes, and some only want hotties. We need to know today who has the hottest refugees, starting with SCARFFO.
Good morning, guys. Thank you for having me. I feel uniquely qualified to speak on this subject as I have a refugee girlfriend myself from Venezuela. The best part about it is she barely speaks English, and we'll never get into a fight because we don't speak the same language. She also has an extremely low expectation since she comes from a country of poverty, and she barely gets meat once a month there. So date nights are pretty easy with rice and beans. But naturally, the most beautiful and gorgeous refugees have to be the Ukrainians. Goddamn, those girls are so hot with their bone structures, looking goddamn like fucking ballerinas. Holy shit! That my celebrity crush was Stana Katic from Castle. Oh my God, give me a goddamn Ukrainian. I'd dump this Venezuelan bitch in a goddamn heartbeat. I tell you what.
She's studying in the other room, right?
She can't understand me, bro. She speaks Spanish.
What are you talking about?
All right.
I totally believe he has a girlfriend. Totally believe it. She's not made up.
Well, that was SCARFFO's minute. Stardust, how about you? 1 minute. Which country has the hottest refugees?
I think just displaced people in general are hot. I think we just need to do more displacing of people. More, you know, just kind of like force people out of their homes, put them in, take people, put them somewhere else. I think it just automatically makes them hotter because they don't, you know, have any place to go and they're very desperate. And yeah, desperation's hot. So
30 seconds.
yeah, desperation is hot because they will do, you know, they have low expectations, you know, so they're displaced. And
I mean, that's worked for me.
They probably won't say no, you know, they probably won't say no, so.
Or in SCARFFO's case,
Christ.
you won't understand them if they do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You won't.
No's not no in every language.
That's true.
I don't know. I think I've reached the fucking.
All right, that was
I can't.
You
Stardust
can't run,
minute.
Viv. You know you can't run. You're fucking stuck there.
I might
Speaking of which,
fucking.
Viv, 1 minute. Viv, 1 minute. Let's go.
I think I've reached the end of what I can fucking meme on. This is like fucked, man. Like, for real, this was such a huge problem in the UK, with dudes literally trying to because we had a policy here in the UK where it was like open your house up to a refugee or whatever, and so many girls were getting like sexually assaulted. So many girls were like expected to provide sexual favors for their fucking landlords, and so on. And it's utterly fucking disgusting. Like, men are fucking pigs, dude. It was so fucking horrible. And just thinking that and hearing you guys kind of like meme about it and stuff, like, I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I apologize for not being able to meme on it. But yeah, every single one of those dudes that tries to exploit vulnerable refugees for sexual favors needs to be in fucking jail, or possibly castrated, frankly, because they're sexual predators and they're fucking the lowest of the low. Yeah.
All right, that's 1 minute. Food shops, 1 minute.
Bruh. The fuck? I think to some degree that I think it's good to actually, you know, date a refugee and, you know, get with a refugee. Lots of people would say it's problematic because, you know, there's a power dynamic or whatever the fuck. But I think that if both people are happy, then both people are happy, as long as you're doing it in a responsible way, that you're not exploiting somebody for financial or power gains or whatever the fuck. I think that's fine. And that's it. That's my take.
10 seconds.
Boopity, boppity.
All
That's
right,
a minute.
excellent.
Congratulations.
All right, and now we have 10 minutes for open discussions.
So I never said I didn't. I thought there was any problem with dating refugees. One of my good friends is a refugee, actually, and I would date them if the opportunity arose and we both kind of ended up liking each other or whatever, right? But it's more about the exploitation of people who are in a really desperate fucking situation for housing or whatever, right? And I think a lot of that has to do with the policies of our governments as well, right? Not providing refugees with safe shelter and not providing them with enough food. Here in the UK, you can't even work while your asylum claim's being processed and so on. So it puts these people in an extremely vulnerable position where they're open to exploitation.
So what if you don't know that they're a refugee when you go on the first date?
I don't think there's any problem with dating refugees. It's about exploiting people, right? Like, you know what's predatory behavior and what fucking isn't. At least I hope you do.
I don't know, actually, because I think this is kind of akin to larger streamers dating smaller streamers. Are they in a situation where they're
what about
exploiting?
viewers?
Or viewers? That could also be another thing. So if you don't know that they're a bigger streamer before you start dating them, that might not be a problem. But if you know they are smaller or they are bigger, that might be a problem. So are we exploiting people based off of power dynamics in that situation?
I mean, I actually don't have a problem with streamers dating viewers or smaller streamers. I think that really does depend on the individual, and you can tell in the relationship whether you're sort of like taking advantage of somebody who's weirdly fucking obsessed with you, or if it just happens to be somebody who's in your orbit who you like. You know, I have a couple of good friends now who were viewers of mine back in the day. Who are just good friends with me now, and I you know, that works if you can be normal and human about it instead of getting into bizarre parasocial fucking stupid relationships like a lot of chatters do. Yeah.
What I would say is that a lot of times when we talk about relationships, we talk about what works and what doesn't work. And a lot of times, if you look at people like John Gottman, who is kind of like a big researcher when it comes to intimate relationships and psychology, they talk about the salt and pepper dynamic. For every 5 good interactions, 1 bad interaction wipes away those that 5 good interactions. And so what you need to look at is if you have a partner that doesn't speak English, you're not having any salt or pepper. So you're not getting into fights ever. So I think by them not being able to speak English, you're not getting into a fight. So it's a great relationship.
Right.
I think a good relationship requires communication, and if you can't communicate with your partner, you're pretty fucked.
Hey, if you can't communicate, there's no miscommunication, is there not?
I mean, it depends. If you're using sign language, then you can still communicate, I guess.
Like, sign language is a language.
But I assume that he's meaning like spoken language.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know sign language, so even if she's doing this, I can't tell what she's doing. So there's no miscommunication.
Are you communicating in awus?
Sometimes in the bedroom, you know what I mean. Oh, sorry, that was a little too far. Oh,
What the fuck?
I don't know. I think you guys picked a fucking hella awkward question. I'm sorry for taking it seriously.
I'd like to blame Rezzy for this serious question.
I wrote all the questions. I don't care.
I'm also getting pointed out in my community how bad things in the UK are for refugees.
This is a normal question because this question is like talked about literally all the time in like fucking Kronto's voice chat.
This is
because it's a normal question. Every single day it's either talking about Mendic or it's talking about like which refugees are the hottest. Like they will, like, I swear, like literally every single day, like they're talking about like
all right, but isn't Toronto's like fucking insane?
Well, yeah, but also like his community's voice chats are I swear they're all gay. Like it has to be, but because they have such a high body count because they actually do touch grass, right? Like their community does touch grass, but the thing is that like all they talk about is men. That's it. It's just men. But
well, I think you'll find there is nothing more homosexual than the heterosexual male. They fucking love men. They adore men. They wanna be loved by men. Women, for the average heterosexual male, are just a hole to fill. Whereas like all the regular shit that you would expect from a loving and sensible fucking relationship, they want that shit from other men. Heterosexual men are the most homosexual fucking people on the planet.
I agree.
I think that they are experimental too. Like they would admit to having sex with other men sometimes.
Well, yeah, I mean, once you've gotten all that way with the emotional relationship, why the fuck not just take it a little bit further, right?
You guys still haven't given me a reason why Ukrainians still aren't the hottest refugee.
I just
think
can't.
they're all hot. They're all desperate, you know, and they can't say no. So
like they can sometimes.
I think
I've never heard them say no. So
I think Stardust deafened when you were giving off your little rant.
That does track. That does check out.
Yeah.
That would be very hard.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I hate to be a killjoy. It's just like I can't. Can you imagine the shit on fucking Twitter if I didn't fucking at least say something? Holy fuck.
Yeah,
That's
no, I
fine.
get
Listen,
that,
you can
yeah.
you can take a serious statement. This is a serious debate.
Yeah, like you could do
There's no
serious
problem.
you could do whatever. It's an open. Do whatever you want. You want to meme on it? That's fine.
I didn't meme on it. You know, like I didn't even fucking meme on it. So yeah.
Yeah.
But then to be fair,
Why do you
like,
think I
my
brought
statement-
Scarfo here? The guy's wearing a literal wolf tail.
Oh man.
Like, come on, dude. Like, let's be real.
I just thought
You're
he
5'3".
was I just thought he was a fairy.
No, he's
Yeah,
5'3". He just wears a tail because his girlfriend makes him. So
Also, another good thing about dating a Venezuelan, 5'3" is like average height there. By the way.
I think it's less about like the specific ethnicity and more like specific physical features that ethnicity is associated with. Like for example, Slavic people are more associated with like sharper cheekbone features, and if you're into sharper cheekbone features, then you are more prone to liking Slavic, you know, physical features, especially in the face, because you like sharper cheekbone features. Or if you like rougher accents and you find that hot and you're submissive and breedable, then you are going to be into more like Swedish accents and stuff like that because you like getting mommied, right? So it really depends on what kind of personality you have and what you're into. So when people say, oh yeah, I'm into Venezuelan people, I'm into Swedish people, I'm into whatever like that, it's more of a self-report more than anything. It doesn't tell people, oh, I'm into like this specific ethnicity of people. It more like tells people of who you are as a person versus of like what your preference is, right? Does that make sense? Anyway, that's it.
Big booty Latinas, you were correct.
I think the most attractive refugee proposition is to create refugees among the cisgender population as we evict them from the land.
there you go. You found it. You found it.
Rightfully belongs to
See,
people.
you got it.
Yeah, rightfully belongs to trans and queer people. Get rid of the cishats. They can.
The heteroaches must be eliminated. I get it. It's fine.
The heteroaches? I've
Yeah.
never heard of that before.
Yeah, the heteroaches.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Heteroaches. Jesus.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I don't want to refer to them in such dehumanizing terms, especially when they're not actually fully human anyway, because that just adds salt to the wound.
I feel like some people got yeeted off this platform for that type of rhetoric.
No, this one's okay. Gapt has been doing.
I don't
Gapt
think
literally
you
does
are.
a month every year where he calls every straight person like a heteroach and just hates the straights. It's like a thing.
I mean, to be fair, I think every queer person goes through it every once in a while. Me more than most, but yeah.
You know, at the beginning of this panel, I was like so uncomfortable, and I am still incredibly uncomfortable. But now I've accepted it. Like, I've accepted just how uncomfortable and cringy this entire panel is.
It's basically exposure therapy.
It's so.
You realize like that's the point,
I
right?
think we have now found a subject that you and I can debate on now, Food Shops, though.
This is literally the point.
Queer separatism. Let's fucking do it. There we go.
What the fuck is
perfect.
queer separatism? What does that even mean?
Yeah,
I think we tried that in the 40s. Didn't that work out pretty well?
No.
Well, I think in the 70s they had the lesbian ones, right? They had like
I mean,
the
I'm still
women's
calling for
gowns and
female
things.
ethno-state, you know, so.
Well, I
Nice.
think we need separate drinking fountains
already
for.
did that.
All right, and that's the 10 minutes.
Hold on. Actually, this is interesting, and I would like to give an extra 5 minutes to the idea of ethno and gendo states and their legitimacy.
Okay, that's
Started
fine.
Just proposed a,
You can
ethno state.
the 5 minutes on that. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Okay, this is your
That's
time to do
fair.
it. Like if you want to go
Yeah.
off fucking script
I've been
and you want to
sick.
do this shit to me, I'm gonna need to fucking piss. All right, you little shit bitch. Fuck you. You fucking did this to yourself. You little fucking red-haired fuck.
So if you guys recall, back when I even started streaming like 2 years ago, I was calling for a female ethnostate from the beginning. I think men commit a disproportionate amount of violence, and I think women just don't even meet anywhere near. Even if we try to like equalize the the attitudes, social attitudes, women just don't even get close to how much crime and how much risk taking that men do.
Hey,
so I think we should take shut up. I think that we should take all the men, we should put them on an island, and then we can have a female ethnostate, and we'll all be chilling, and our periods will sync up, and that'll actually be pretty fucking sick for those of us who get periods. And we will just know imagine all of our periods syncing up, and like we don't have to worry about like we can just plan ahead, it would be so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And also women are like the birthers of people, we're the originals. We fucking
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Yeah. We make people, and whether that's like physically or like mentally, we tend to do all of the emotional lifting too. So
you guys also steal people too, and I would love to be able to tell you about that.
Steal people? I'm sorry?
Yeah.
I'll let SCARFFO respond and then Viv.
So an interesting thing that you talk about, men performing a lot of, or almost all of the crime or kind of violence in this world. But there was a very specific kind of phenomenon that was happening that the FBI was tracking for a long time. And they were trying to figure out, why are women getting their babies cut out of their bellies before they were given birth? And they're racking their brain. Why would somebody cut a baby out of a pregnant woman? And so what they found was it was a slew of women that were cutting babies out of other women's babies and trying to pass it off as their own babies. Why do you think that might be the case?
I don't know. Probably the men like corrupted them with their violence and.
Oh no! Actually, maybe what they were actually trying to do is they were trying to pass it off as their own baby, so they can entrap the guy that they were with and say that they got pregnant and then they had babies with that dude. So you're sitting here trying to tell me that women don't cause violence in this world, when that is probably one of the most atrocious things I've ever seen in my entire life. So what's going to end up happening is we're going to segregate. Women are going to do violence on the women, men are going to do violence on the men, and you're going to eventually see that it's a 50-50 split of violence, and it's not just one side or the other. Look at Blake Lively and Johnny Depp. When we first went through that type of trial, holy shit, we want to talk about violence on individuals and human beings.
No, wait a minute.
When we talk about domestic abuse increased 200% when we were in COVID. It wasn't just men, it was also females that were engaging into these violent acts.
That is what bears true. Yes, there are women out there who do violence, but again, statistically, men commit 84% of all violent crime. They're also bigger risk takers. There are always going to be exceptions, though. Yes, there will be women who do atrocious things, but there's nothing like a man who you tell, hey, I'm not interested, and then he says that he's going to cut you up and feed you to his dogs or something,
So what we can do is we can look at the statistics and we can say from a domestic violence standpoint, because now what we're doing is we're putting them in actual generalizable form. And we can say from a domestic violence standpoint, we know that it happens at a 50-50 rate, and men aren't believed as much as women in those type of situations in the first place. So when we talk about violence and that happening,
wait, one at a time.
We're solving the domestic violence issue by separating men and women.
I agree. I don't think anyone should be dating whatsoever, because I think once you get into a relationship, you compromise a lot of your values. You're willing to do things inside of a relationship you would not do outside of a relationship. So you would fucking kill for your children. You would fucking do bad things like stealing bread in order to feed your fucking family. You're willing to compromise your morality system to engage into having a family, having a significant other, where you wouldn't have this if you were single.
Okay, I thought I was going to get some time, but we got like 15 seconds.
What the fuck happened when I left?
But like,
Yeah,
but like,
fuck this. Go on, Viv.
No. Memes aside, I think like Stardust might find it interesting to know that these female separatist communities were already done. There's quite a few that exist around the United States right now. In fact, called Women's Towns, Women with a Y. There are a bunch of them. They grew out of the radical feminist movement in the very late 60s. A bunch of them got set up in the 70s. They're somewhat in decline nowadays because obviously third wave feminism is a thing and younger people aren't so much into the political lesbianism or lesbian separatism that the Rad Femmes proposed. And radical feminism itself is kind of like a dying ideology, but yeah, definitely like check that stuff out. At least some of it, I mean, some of it was incredibly transphobic, but some of it does inspire some of my serious takes on queer separatism nowadays as well. I think it's a really interesting topic, but obviously not one for this panel.
Yep. And that brings us to the end.
Cool.
We're going to give everyone a minute to give their closing statements, but we're also going to set up some polls if my mods want to do that. Can you set up a poll for who we think the victor is, and also a poll in Rezzi's chat, and we'll combine the two scores.
Yes, we will be doing that. Vote for who you want to win. Who won?
And obviously the moderators get a vote as well.
Who won? Who's next? You decide.
We're not voting at all. I want no partiality in this.
What? We don't get a vote?
No, we're here.
Vote for me.
We are you can vote for me, but then like it ruins it.
Because, I don't want to be on the poll. I just want to vote for Rezzi.
Well, no, you can't vote. No, you can't vote for put us on the polls. That doesn't work. Put us
on the poll, but I thought I'd vote for us.
You can't. No, I'm not. No, we don't vote. We're impartial. That's the point. Like we're the will of democracy in this. We're the spirit of democracy. That's the stage notes. You realize that, right?
Spirit of democracy. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is a fucking medieval fucking like morality play. You realize that?
I vote for Rezzi.
You can't vote. Yeah. You don't have a vote. If you're a candidate, you don't have a vote.
I can't believe you're trying to kill.
Food Shops. Who do you vote for?
You can't vote for that. You guys can't vote.
Why would I vote?
Wow, not even listening. Got it.
Okay, perfect. Also, we do have a final question. I know Rezzi has also a final question, but I wanted to...
You're doing the Wick one. That's fine. Do that.
Yeah. I want to draw attention to this. I'll share it into the Discord if I can. A second. So I want to ask a pertinent question about... I can't show my Discord. Fuck it. Can you bring it up?
What? Yeah, I can do it.
I can't show my screen. Bring up the tweet.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Recently, one of the members of Twitch Poll has posted a picture, which is deeply disturbing. I think we can agree. I'll bring it up on my screen while Rezzi's trying to sort his shit out.
Is it Wick?
Yes.
It is.
Indeed, it is
Wick.
Wick.
It is Wick. And I would like to ask, is Twitch Poll breaking its content creators? And also, has Wick become more gay over time?
Or, as I like to call it, is Wick a Holocaust?
Jesus fucking Christ!
I think Wick has always been really soy. Hence why the poster, of course, you know.
I don't think there's anything wrong with doing a little bit of colonial reenactment. Why not colonial America reenactment? Anyway, that seems like fun.
Yeah, I mean, whatever makes you happy.
I'm a fucking nerd.
It's regardless of whether you're more gay or more straight. I don't think either of them.
You guys ever watch Townsend and Son on YouTube? Those videos are really fucking cool. They do savor the smells and aromas of the 18th century. They do like cooking from long time ago, dress up in old timey clothes and. Yeah, I don't know.
So I guess the real question I have is I have a problem with you guys making this an issue. I think you guys don't allow this man to do and engage into the things he likes, and we shouldn't be putting a target on his back in order to do these types of things.
My poll's over, so
bodied in these polls. Feel bad. Man.
Okay, let's go to final statements. Everyone's going to get a minute. Starting with food shops.
Yeah, it seems like Quibbles, one of my orbiters, is debating Destiny in about 7 minutes on Tomfoolery. So I just literally just noticed that, like literally just now. So yeah, support my fellow friend Quibbles. He's actually legitimately a villain. Like unironically a villain. He's like self-identified pro-Israel. I call him a Zionist. But yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, I support him.
All right.
Good
Excellent.
luck to him.
Well, next up, Scarfo. Final statement.
Thank you guys for having me. My name was Scarfo Scarfington, and I am running for Only President, not on the other degenerate site. And what I want you guys to realize is that cats cause toxoplasmosis, and that is too risky here on Twitch Pool, so don't vote for Viv. Only President is my way to fund the country and get other countries and Twitch Pool to get them to pay for my lewds when we get into financial trouble. We'll do full porn shoots eventually once we start getting more desperate. And then eventually when people stop subscribing to that type of content, I go down to Colombia and smuggle drugs back in my asshole back to our country so that we can really fund the things that we really want to fund. And thank you for having me. My name is Scarfo Scarfington, and thank you for the politics today.
Thank you.
I don't have a timer.
Stardust.
So. Okay.
Hi guys, I'm Stardust. I stream every day. Please go check out my most recent video. I did my little pseudo video essay, so please go check it out. I also made a Twitter exclusive video, which was kind of more like a hit piece. But yeah, please go check it out. Go check out my videos. I worked very hard on them. I spent like a month on the video on YouTube. And please pressure all of your favorite content creators to react to it. I would greatly appreciate it.
I saw it. I can definitely vouch for it. It's pretty good.
Thank you. I know that, not everybody will agree with my takes, but, it was very specifically a call out kind of. So, yeah, and I'm always open to suggestions as well. So it's a legit video essay. Don't sell it short, Star. Shaking my head. Yeah, okay. It's a legit video essay, I guess. So
I think Food Shops is lying. Food Shops, name every topic that she went over.
Hassan sucks.
I rest my case.
Right. Viv, you've got a minute.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Sure. Yeah, I think I think I was somewhat scuppered by the last question, not being able to meme on it. But I think that the two cisgender moderators knew that would be the case, and this only strengthens my case that we need to create our trans separatist state and kick these filthy fucking cheating fucks out of here. Vivian won, no matter what the fucking polls say. The polls are made up. They're fake news. The voting machines were rigged, and I think, frankly, we need Mike Pence to sort this shit out. We need Mike Pence to do his job and sort this out. That's what I think.
Thank you, Viv. Right, Rezzy, do you want to give your results first?
Yes, I have first Scarfo with 9 votes, Stardust with 6. Viv with 2, and Food Shops with 1.
Well, I had Stardust with 6 votes, Scarfo with 3 votes, which ties both of them to win.
Fucking damn it.
And then we had Food Shops with no votes, and Viv for 2 votes.
Okay. Fuck, dude.
Right.
We gotta do a runoff. We gotta do a runoff. We're doing a runoff election. We're doing a runoff election. Runoff election. Runoff election. Runoff election.
Did they tie?
Yeah, they tied. Okay, runoff election. Beckett. This is how we do it. Runoff elections. Just Stardust and Scarfo, and allow additional votes at 1 point per vote. Okay, it'll make it so that way the numbers get insane and the people won't be able to conspire. Who won? Do that, and we'll be good. Okay, allow additional votes.
Okay,
1 rule for vote.
Can someone in my mod chat, like mods, fix the poll.
do the thing. Add 1 vote, 1 ruble per vote. All right, you got 3 minutes. Put all your points in that you want to put in at this point. So go ahead, do it.
To be entirely honest, I want to see. No, you shut your fucking mouth. I want to go first. Okay?
No, Scarfo, you talked enough. Stardust,
no, you shut the fuck up.
Scarfo,
no,
you spoke over her. No, listen to the moderator, Scarfo! Stardust, go.
All right. So look at this guy's head. It is so tiny compared to the rest of his body. Can you really vote for a guy who is a pinhead like this guy? Look at the top of his head. It gets narrower. He really is a pinhead. Look at the little fucking pin at the top of his hair. He could fucking stab you with that pin. That is how much of a pinhead he is. And you shouldn't vote for him because he's a pinhead. I mean, like, I have never seen a more glaring example of a pinhead. His head is so tiny, and the little thing, the thing with the little point on the end.
Pompadour.
Like, what the fuck, bro? I could clean my ears with you. What is going on? Get a better head, bro, pinhead. All right. I don't think that you should vote for him either because he was not on my side with the demonic boxes. He should have been on my side. I
literally
think we
was.
should put all. No, you weren't. No, you
literally
weren't.
gave an answer that was microwave.
I'm gonna put you in a microwave, and then you see how it feels to be teleported to a different dimension with demons jizzing on you. Okay, you see how that feels. Okay, that's my statement.
So she doesn't listen to anything that we say. She goes deafens, so she doesn't respond to anything of the discussion. She wasn't even here for the beginning of the fucking intros. We had to wait for her to get here. She never even actually engaged into any question. She just went to her same safe answer of microwaves. And I even went along with her microwave answer by giving a microwave answer myself with the JF question. So let me tell you guys do you want someone who pre-plans fucking answers before they even come in here? Or do you want someone who actually engages into the question? So that's the real thing.
Did I pre-plan any of them? I didn't pre-plan a single one of
Scarfo, you literally pre-planned your answers.
Yeah, if anybody pre-planned their answers, it was Scarfo.
Yeah.
Like,
pre-planned. I only had an hour before I even got here. How am I going to pre-plan shit?
We're literally having a Ted Cruz versus Chris Christie moment here because all of his responses are...
Reservoir told me an hour before I was supposed to be on to get here. How was I supposed to pre-plan anything?
You pre-planned your fucking answers, bro.
I didn't either. Rez gave me an hour to say, hey, you want to be on? So I said, fine, I'll come on.
Was I the only one who didn't know any of the questions?
Wait, did they give him the questions?
Isn't it?
No.
I gave Scarfo some of the questions.
Is that what happened?
I wanted to be funny. I'm sorry.
That's crazy. That's
crazy. My God.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Perverting the course of the election. This is CNN all over again. This is what they did to Trump.
You guys.
I never said I was a fan of democracy. Beckett, is your poll done?
Well, I wanted Stardust to win, and the reason why is because I'm tired of Twitch poll. I want it to be eradicated, and she's the perfect front runner to do do
Stop the steal.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Beckett, do you have your poll numbers?
Yeah, my final numbers are Scarfo with 673 and Stardust with 350.
Okay, I have Stardust with 1,467, Scarfo with 1,453.
No shot.
Yeah. So I think if we do the math, Scarfo wins.
Christ.
And I gotta confess, I was fucking hammering Stardust in Beckett's chat, like literally just sitting here spamming the fucking button. I could not keep up with the Scarfo votes. There were too many.
Thank you, I appreciate it. My goodness.
Oh.
Yeah, but you were handed the fucking questions beforehand.
That's how politics work. Okay.
I only know the first question.
The election was fucking stolen. That's
maybe you should prepare better.
Listen, speaking as a proud member of CNN, we are independent and unbiased news as a source, and we would never do anything to bias. Yeah, maybe.
Post Cat Viv in chat if you think the election was stolen.
Okay, perfect. Well, this has been This has been fun. Thank you. I call a recount. Fuck. Listen, thank you for everyone who's turned up. I am very, very glad I spent money on
Nine
this.
Socks, the Viv command doesn't work in Rezzy's chat.
Because I don't have one.
Discrimination.
It's working in Beckett's chat, see? They're all
Yeah, I don't have one. That's it.
They're all spamming the cat.
spamming the cat.
This has been the residential primary debate, not an actual election. It's just a
This has
debate.
been so awkward.
Good. That's the point.
This has been the most awkward event I
Chat,
have
I'm
ever been
disappointed in
to.
you.
Good.
Chat, I'm disappointed in you.
This has actually been the most awkward.
Can I have a moment of silence?
For what?
Yeah, sure. Do you know what? I'll give you 30 seconds on the clock.
Okay, chat, I'm disappointed in you. So we're going to sit here and I'm going to make eye contact with you.
Yeah, take your glasses off, they're kind of reflecting. Can't see your eyes.
I'm very disappointed in you, chat. Very disappointed.
You promised quiet.
That's 30 seconds.
All right. So,
I really do feel like my auntie's like disappointed in me or something.
I feel like I'm dead
Got
inside.
that
It's
real
great.
disappointed auntie look going on.
This was everything I imagined it would be.
Yeah, this is so good.
I am so happy with this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we might do this again and ruin other
Definitely inviting food chops again. It's gonna be worse next time.
No, it's so awkward.
It's gonna be worse next
so
time.
awkward. We could have had a real debate. Vivian and I could have had a real blood spurs debate, but instead it was a series of silly questions. I hate you. I hate you, and I hate you, and I hate both of you for ruining an actual debate. I could have had actual semantics debate about genocide. About genocide.
Food. The reason we ended up doing this is because you challenged me to that debate, then said it would be boring and you didn't want to do it, and so we had to arrange something else.
I would love to host a debate between just the two of you, if you guys want.
No, don't make the mistake.
Is there
Do it.
clout to having me? Wait, hold on. Stop.
Sure, go ahead, Star.
It doesn't matter if there's clout, bro. I don't fucking care if there's clout. I'm here for
It's okay.
content.
There's plenty of clout having me on. I'll provide the clout for both of us, Food. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Wait, I forgot to plug my channel. You can find me on youtube.com.
Okay, and that's the end of the stream. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
No! Listen, I'm about to hit 900 subscribers soon, okay? I hit 800 like literally 3 days ago, okay? I don't know.
Congratulations.
Like, yeah, thank you.
That is violent.
What?
How did you even manage that?
What do you mean manage what?
Hitting 800 of your subscribers. That's fucking insane.
Oh, I
How
try
are you
not
not
to.
in prison yet?
I don't know. I try not to.
Violent assault.
But anyway, I don't know. Some stupid shit happens every day, and then I just get
Closing statements are 30 seconds
She
long.
wants to hit 900.
Closing statements are 30 seconds long, baby. I got my news outro promo right up and ready. Let's go.
Okay, let's do your news outro.
No, I have like a song I'm gonna play, and then I've got like a screen I'm gonna go to.
Yeah, that's fine. Do that.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that because I want to let Food Shop share our channel out, Stardust as well. Like that should be a thing.
Everyone's...
Is that? Do we do it again? Are we doing it? I don't know. What we're
Everyone's
doing.
we don't need to. Fuck.
Oh my god.
I will kill God. Once I reach 1,000, I will kill God.
Oh,
I need to get sounds good. Okay, look, I'm gonna fuck off. This has been great fun.
Yes, I need to. That's my order to debate Destiny. Okay, all right, yeah.
All right.
Okay, that is.
Thank you for coming. Take care.
See ya. Bye. See ya.
Remember.